G'day, welcome to this next session of my playthrough of Oxygen Not Included. We continue to attempt to survive. I guess our big focus at this point is trying to get water in here. One very good point that someone pointed out is that if I'm trying to get colder water back in here, it doesn't make much sense pushing it through the extremely hot heat steam room. So let's make some changes here. So there's actually two different things that we'll address to start with here. Yeah, so just don't route that through there. I really like it. We'll actually, that's not it there, is it? It's the that one. But either way, the external thing of that insulated is probably not going to be good for it. And then also move the airlock up. If we move this up to the top here, then it's got a chance of just pushing that polluted oxygen and so on out, so there's just steam in that room. So let's go deconstruct one. Let's cancel that. We will say deconstruct buildings 1, 2. And then we will go to plumbing, and we'll say deconstruct those guys. What we might do is we'll run it up to here. What's that guy pushing back out? I don't remember what this filter's even for. Start with that. We need to get some interesting ideas for the power problems too. Suggested that I go for more petroleum generators, since I have a pretty good sort of understanding of, I guess, how petroleum's operating in some capacity. And the other one was solar panels with blast doors. So I suppose I'm pretty close to being able to use steel for a bit more than since I've built the statue. There's certainly debate about whether I should, I mean, not in the comments or anything, but in my own mind, about whether it's worth keeping this statue or not. The amount of steel that I would get back for it seems significant. Why are those guys overheating? Pretty warm up there. That's, I guess because that steam's pushing up. So let's copy that guy, put him there. Let's put a 9 priority on that. Let's construct that. So hopefully that does look like we've gotten, there we go, steam's pretty much the top. So nice little suggestion there. That's solved that one. To the extent that I think that just kicked in for a moment. And again, let's really put the priority up on those. Right, so he's not going because the pipe's currently blocked, which is just because we've disconnected this. So if then we go back to insulated pipe, I feel like what we want to do is go deconstruct those pipes there. In fact, we can go all the way back here. No harm in dropping water in this room. Should still be able to feed out. I mean, I can deconstruct these too. let's go copy, but we'll make it iron there. And then we'll go insulated pipe. Bridge. That way. Not waste time on getting that guy back up and running. I think he's down. I consider him critical. Now, I did get the logic of what was said to about these two sort of like also getting overheated. I think that's just a temporary thing because it's the steam that's causing that issue. There's a very small amount of polluted oxygen in there, but I think a little enough that steam will be able to get through to those vents. Right, because it's only the water that it pumps through there. It's only if it gets a polluted water, it just sends it back through. Let's maybe put a mesh tile there. Oh, it's not going to let me just... Oh, so it's just be deconstructed. Maybe that's all we need to do. Just deconstruct that one square and then we don't need to make it mesh. Alright, May. We have a lot going on. So May's had the route below her gone. No real other way for escape here. Come on, May. You can do this yourself. There you go. He's looking worse for wear. Just as long as we see her get back. Just see you get inside the compound, mate. Come on. And let's pop that business. You're super inconvenient at the moment, buddy. Was it something to do with the water? Is that what was causing problems here? Um... brought that on. It's not like the whole area is pressurized, it's just this sort of immediate area of it. I feel like last time was something to do with water. It's not pressurized at all up there. So that guy's overpressured, so let's maybe change him to a high pressure vent. Let's just go urgent. Let's get this move so I'm here. He must have had a day as well. Looking wrecked there, May. We need to do something about light wounds, or is it just that she'll slowly recover? Still having a good time at least. Party on, May. I might have to increase the priority on that. I was gonna say how's the steam room looking, but I realize it's currently still working hard there, May. You can feel free to take the day off, buddy. Not long now, though. It's pumping anyway. I don't even really check what that vent's for. I assume it's coming from him? No, it's for that. But I suppose even if we just have this guy pumping, it means that this guy should be able to push more. What we want to see. We want it a bit more constant than that. Oh, they already moved that. Cool. These guys are moving at a nice pace. Cool, there's an egg down. I do wonder about this. I mean, this guy's obviously going to go to shift it to one of these, but is that necessarily needed? I can't recall the... I know that someone ages back said that I could build these and I didn't need to worry about connecting them to power because all that did was something. Whereas they still gain a benefit from not being connected. I don't recall what the differences were. You'd still have this issue up here. The temperature in this room. And amazingly, these guys are holding under, so let's help one of these guys. Let's go. Let's say this one will uproot. Good, we're working over here. Nope, we're dead again. Hope that's not to do with pressure. Just to do with someone not working it. Maybe I have to up the priority there. This becomes a 9. Just someone's got to be doing it. Is this... It's not just this guy's taking too much of the petroleum, is he? I can see that there is stuff heading this guy's way. How much plastic do we currently have? 10 tons. Alright, let's disable that guy. I mean, I realize that by disabling him, he'll still have, like... This will still fill, but that's fine. If that fills to a point where he's got it. Then so be it. Just means that if we ever turn him back on, he's just got that little amount. Once that fills up, then let he go on the other way anyway. Alright, we'll put in one Weezewort plus to those 4 other plants around him. So there is an achievement to have 20 people. We're in what, 16? I feel like what we should do is even just in preparation we can probably build a room. Complete works in there. That's what we like to see. So yeah, and once that fills up, then getting more up that way. What do you have to do? Lead? Fossil. Okay. Is that for the lime, is it? Let's drop that's priority down a little bit. I don't think it's as urgent anymore. We are still wanting to make steel, but consider it number 1 thing we need to get done. Okay, cool. So we're only 30 days away from this being back and giving us back 2 of our power supplies. While we wait for the other one to get more consistency. Here we go. Closer and closer to that one filling up. Cool, there we go. So now everything's just going that one way. All we need is people just down there doing it. This is getting alarmingly low though. It's really annoying that it's like, alright, well, I could, because that was definitely going through here at the temperature that I've now conceded and letting it go into here. And it's like, well, I could otherwise just allow this to head in there, but it's so much hotter. As long as this thing can just get to keep running, I think that eventually it'll cycle through. I mean, I guess at some point I'm going to have to concede and put it through at like 24 or something. Particularly when it just keeps shutting off. Other water around. Wow. Be our best low water. How are we doing with our star map? On down? Because before we can even, like, because the other requirement is to send someone to the furthest thing in the galaxy, which is this, so we've got to make sure I'm on the point here and have all of these done. Which feels further away than how long it's going to take me to have a rocket built. I hope we're close as well with this, this one. I mean, I don't have all that. I mean, that's a smooth hatch. It's just little, so it looks a bit different. These other guys are building a nice little community in here. I don't know what sort of meat voles, shovel voles make. But I assume that that's something on here that I'm going to have to... Oh, it's already on infinity, so... Hopefully that means that any time they're dying, if they're going to start dying, we can just sort of bring the food up and over. Good, we're pumping again, but again, not yet hot enough to have any steam in here. or is it just that the airlocks? I wouldn't have thought the airlock's keeping it in. Basically, I feel like what's going to happen is once this can actually get a sustainable amount of power to it, um, it'll keep going for long enough that then we'll probably have to send someone in to allow that air to escape and then get back out. Doesn't really feel like there's too much I can do with that. I mean, it is... The only thing it's got going for it is it's lower in temperature than this water is. There we go. It's just so far away, this thing. I realize it is making the natural gas. We're rarely getting any advantage from. So that steel hasn't been moving along too quickly, but a big part of that is that there's just been no power to that side of the facility. How is that actually going up here? I didn't check. Yeah, good. It's helping all those guys out. Now it's even more ironic that that this thing that potentially could work now, if this was going for long enough, won't work, because that can't generate, like, yeah, that can't go long enough to actually get this working. So I feel like at the moment we're sort of stuck in a like a rocky situation here. We're just waiting to see if we can get this working more efficiently. Now possibly this will be okay, and the only problem was that it just needed to have its pressure issues resolved, which now have been resolved. And we've just got to wait for this to get a bit more in the rhythm. The only thing is that you can see that that's sort of the amount that it's going before they then will, like, I guess swap roles, and then someone else will kick in. And I'm not sure that this thing's operating in any way that it's having a backlog of this fuel creating. Because see, she's already gone again, and that's all that she's created before someone else then has to come down and get it going. I mean, the thing that like I said, I could possibly do is I could just shift the two of these buildings up to, say, like here. so that they don't have to travel so far to get down and deal with this thing. It's just that, and this guy's doing a great job. He's having a long haul. Got 10 tons of plastic, so let's improve all of these ladders too to try and make it easier for people to get to the job. To at least see this now continually putting water in there. Nice to see that stopping from time to time too. Meaning that this guy's possibly got a chance of catching it. These guys are back too. What has them going? Not him. Who's pulling natural gas? Was it this guy down here? Was. Enough natural gas going. He actually got this working, so there's like 2 different systems of gas that can actually win if, or 2 different systems of power that'll actually get going if this is operating. A great job there, Stinky, getting this all sorted out. I realized as before as well that I was totally dumbfounded by the liquid lock idea, and meanwhile I have a liquid lock in place already. And he's at least 99 now, so hopefully we're going to start to see some steam get in there. Guess there's no real way to eyeball this room. It's going to be, well, other than eyeball how full this is. I guess it's the storage bins. Like what we want to see is the water get back up above the storage bins to consider that doing well. See, it's not very thick there. That can definitely get consolidated into a fewer squares if steam starts pushing up. Also got to sort of figure out what to do here. This room, I feel like I do have to do something with. It's too hot, though, to really use it as drinking water or put it straight into here. It seems like I need to use that to pump. I don't want to go through that aqua tuning because it's so far away. But I also kind of need to move this polluted water soon to here. But this isn't going to go down except for, I think, this guy claiming water from it. Yeah, we're going to have to work out how to address that. Alright, but apart from that, I would say that's another one in the bag. Basically, at the moment, we're just hanging on for this to become a more sort of continuously operating. That is a great sign, though. That's basically what we need to see. And hopefully we'll slowly get more and more backed up as these guys come down and do their turn on it. Like I said, is it worth moving that much higher up and then resetting up this system? And is there a better... If I do then reset up this system higher up, do we have an idea on how I could set this so that it does better correctly, like catch the natural gas, as opposed to this guy who sort of he caught it for a little bit and then just sort of wandered off into the rest of the world. I suppose I could try and just make an enclosed room for the two of them. I could make a water lock. They wouldn't be able to get out. There we go. All right. So, I mean, I think it's I assume the answer is yes. Move this up here. Redesign it. For both the natural gas that it'll gain and the distance that these guys are going to have to travel to actually pump that to the oil, do the oil refinery work. I'm definitely going to forget that before I do this again. So if you are watching this, please feel free to mention that. Looks like we've got Lucian sitting at the top there. So can I just say to someone who's nearby, Ellie, can you just go move to there for a second? We got some steam getting up there. Possibly it's done the trick. All right. Any other questions or comments? Feel free to chuck them below. Until next time, maybe I'll just focus down on this thing so I remember. But yeah, feel free to just mention it as a side comment. Oh, don't forget you wanted to move the oil refinery, or if you think I shouldn't, just say, "I don't." You mentioned this, don't do it. It's not worth it. But I can't see why it wouldn't be. Anyway, till next time, catch you later. See ya.